Thank you so much for stopping by. I think I got all the stream information right this time. Hopefully. Just double checking. Yes, it all looks correct. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh boy. I am technically on vacation between my last job and my new one. And I've spent a large portion of it doing such things as lots and lots of Yakuza Like a Dragon thinking. Updating my notes so that everyone else could use it with the new route. Then someone pointing out that there's other things that we can optimize about it. And then I found some other things that we can optimize about it. It's been the Yakuza brainworms have been strong. But yeah, I need to get one test in here because hopefully this should be the last major change up for chapter 5 for a little while. So I don't have to keep readjusting everything. But I think like with the changes in total with chapter 5 and chapter 6 that we're doing, I think in total it'll save us like another 20-30 seconds or so. But it makes chapter 5 even more of a freaking mess than it already has been. Chapter 5, it used to be so clean. It's just like you're on the Cat Kappa quest, you do all of that, then you do the big shop, and then you do the next, and it's just like nice big chunks sequentially. Now it's everything is cut into tiny segments, mixed together. Some parts are not included with other parts. It's a mess. But it's a fast mess, unfortunately. And hopefully we can get a good run going into it, unlike last time. Where I'm not like a minute and a half behind after frickin' Zheng 2. Because man, the rest of the run last time was amazing. Chapters 1 through 4 were not good. So, we should see that we're ahead of time pretty cleanly in chapters 1 through 4. And then probably into 5 as well with the new changes. Hopefully. Also, howdy. Thank you for the tier 2 sub for 32 months. That's a lot. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 32. I haven't listened to pop music for so long. Is that a Taylor Swift song? I feel like I've heard it. I feel like I've heard the song. Or maybe it was 22. I don't know. Oh boy. Yeah, we should get started. That way I can get some. Song is 22. So I was thinking right. I was on the right track. Yeah, I should get this run going. Because we'll probably have a couple resets before we end up getting into it. So, all right. Let's do this thing. 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you, Aaron. All right, we just have to get through the first 4 chapters. That's the main focus. That sounds like a good plan. Have it in. Watch Nintendo Direct. Why couldn't I skip that? That's interesting. But heck, howdy, cat. Thanks for stopping by. We're actually gonna restart real quick because that's actually really slow, and this is the fastest way to restart. That's the fastest way to restart, by the way. Ichi just needs to keep running into the car, and you get an instant game over. Good start. I have no idea why that cutscene wasn't able to be skipped. I have no idea why that cutscene wasn't skipping. You lose like 5-ish seconds there, and it's just like, I'm not gonna lose 5 seconds in the first 1 minute of the run. Not gonna do that. But Caddy, thank you for the 21 months of sub. I appreciate it. 3, 2, 1, go. Get you some rum. Just having that kind of, I'd say night, but it's already morning for you, Caddy. Rum is not how you stay hydrated. Alcohols are dehydrating. There. That's what's supposed to happen. Don't know why that didn't skip. Okay. Let's get a good run started. Get back here, Ushio. We gotta get a run started. Back. It's a little on the low damage side. It's okay, damage side. Howdy, gamer. Thanks for stopping by. Ushio, stop staring. Hurry up and punch me. Better damage. Should be good. Good. I was on the low damage side though. Which is what we don't want to see. Come on, skip the cutscene. Just gotta get a run that's good paced into chapter 5 so that I can have a recorded version of this hot mess that is now chapter 5. Come on. Skip the cutscenes appropriately. Alright. Hopefully no HP glitch. I would appreciate that, game, if you gave the enemies the HP they're supposed to have. Damn it. I shouldn't keep pressing on. Of course you crit now, Ichi. Even with the stun, I hate that HP glitch so much. Come on. Apart from break during the Nintendo work, I worked on music for about 4 hours straight. Apparently ears don't like that a lot. Depends. Are you wearing appropriate headphones, and is the volume set at a level that will not hurt your ears over extended periods of time? Also, I didn't know you worked on music. That's neat. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. Let's get a run off the ground, please. It didn't skip it again. It's X. I need to learn that it's X. I've just been doing circle. I've been doing circle and X, but it's X to skip. I'm just gonna reset again. I need to learn that. The fact that it's X, but it only gives you like a little bit of time to test it is ugh. Don't put yourself down before you even gave it a chance, Ken. You got this. I'm starting to eye my Xenoblade X save after that direct. Yeah. I could play a Xenoblade at one point in time. I own one. Don't own X. Don't own 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 just got announced. I could play one of them one of these days. I'm interested, but just nothing's driving me to it right now. Let's go. Play a game. 3, 2, 1, go. Tend to finish Xenoblade X on stream at some point, or 2 on stream. Beat the first one on 3DS and got like halfway through it. Gotcha. Those games are a bit of an investment. I know that for sure. There we go. Yeah, I don't have time for another investment outside, or another time investment outside of doing this speed run and Legends Arceus before Elder Rings comes out. Or Elden Rings, not Elder Rings. I need to for sure get all that cleared up by the time that comes out, because I want to soak in every second of that game. Punch him, Ichi. Good damage. Took a day off for the Chrono Cross release as well. Nice. I will hopefully finally be able to play that game. Nice double crit, Ichi. My god. I've been wanting to play Chrono Cross at some point in time. But when I tried to play it before, I'm like, man, these fights are very slow. Having the ability to turn off random encounters is fantastic. I hope there's a fast forward button. If you give me both of those, it will be so much more palatable for me. They already confirmed the turn off random encounters. Fast forward button would be nice. Because, and something I learned having watched a get all the characters % run of Chrono Cross. After you beat the game, it gives you access to a fast forward button. And it works whenever you want. I'm just like, why was this not a feature in just regular gameplay? Oh my god. I get that it's like speeding up a second playthrough, but man, that would have been great to have just on a regular playthrough. All right, come on. No HP glitch, please. Good. Get your low damage rolls out of the way now, Ichi. Ooh, baby, it's a crit. Nice, Ichi. That was a fast fight. That was a very good fight. Now just get Haratsuka the same. March 1, Risk of Rain 2 expansion comes out. So much comes out in March. Also Kirby. Yeah, the Kirby game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Very silly, but very fun. All right. High roller stun, please. Up to me below. That is not what I want. Come on, Ichi. Damn it. Fuck. Slow her up still. Manageable. Manageable, but annoying. We had a very good second fight, so we'll keep pressing on. Ghostwire Tokyo. I didn't realize Ghostwire Tokyo had a release date. I didn't even realize that. I was interested in that game. I have not been keeping up to date with it, though. Come on. It doesn't have to compensate for a good second fight. It could just give me good all fights. That's a terrible fight spawn. And that's a reset. I thought I maybe could have skirted around. That sucks. It is. I have not seen that fight spawn in a very long time. But now I know that you can't even skip around it. Ugh, that was just a terrible fight spot. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. 19 is Wonderland the same day as Kirby? It's a weird day. It's a very weird combination of games. I wish I could enjoy the Borderlands games the way I used to. Just my humor has changed very drastically since the days of Borderlands 2. But man, when I played through Borderlands 3, I'm just like, wow, this humor is exactly the same as it was in Borderlands 2. And that game came out like 8 years after Borderlands 2. Just like, I'm a completely different person now. I really enjoyed those games back in the day. Had a lot of fun playing those games with friends. Borderlands 1 was a slog in the early game. And by early game, I mean like literally like half the game is a slog. Borderlands 2 is just a much better experience throughout. And even Borderlands 2 is slow as heck at the beginning. It's Tiny Tina's thing is basically it's a Borderlands game, but in a crazy girl's perspective of a D&D game. I need higher damage out of you, Ichi. Fuck. Okay, that's one turn down already. Ichi just low damage rolled. We'll keep pressing on just in case we don't get the HP glitch. Because the HP glitch is the big decider. That was interesting. It's very weird that Mario Kart 8 came out in what? 2013? 2014? Something like that? Then they added the DLC tracks. No, that's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8 Original. And then they obviously had the 8 tracks in the first DLC, 8 tracks in a second DLC. Now they're giving us like, how many more tracks was it? Like 36 or something more? It's like, that's neat. Strange that it's not just in a whole new game, but it makes Mario Kart 8 Deluxe like the Mario Kart game to play, period. And we have HP glitch. I am resetting this. Resetting this unless... no, I'm not gonna take this through here. I don't feel like losing 20 seconds this early in the game. Literally doubling Mario Kart 8's tracks. God damn it. That is impressive. Also, howdy, Toucan. Thanks for stopping by. That is a fuck ton of tracks. Like, it basically means that Mario Kart 9 is like probably never gonna happen. Cause like, why? Like, you'd play Mario Kart 9 with like a quarter of the tracks until at least 2024. I would say at least 2025. Given that the final tracks for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are coming out, what, at the end of 2023? But like once you get all the DLC tracks for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch, you have like almost every single track from every single Mario Kart game, basically. Like, it's the Smash Ultimate now. Yeah, I don't know exactly the release period for each wave of tracks, but yeah, I remember them saying going into 2023 with it. This is just like, looking to playing 200cc again. I played like a couple circuits in 200cc and never again. I'm just like, all of my muscle memory is at 150cc. These tracks like are fun to play in that they're not built for it, but they're also not built for it. So it's, oh man, I had a very rough time trying 200cc. All right, let's just keep this going. 3, 2, 1, go. Also, howdy, Greg. Thanks for stopping by. Online ranking for strikers? I didn't pay close attention to that. I was just too busy by the fact that, holy shit, they brought back Mario Strikers. Which is dope. Mario Strikers was a lot of fun back in the GameCube and Wii days. I'm excited just to see the game again. At some point, I should probably play the additional the additional courses that they added to Mario Golf. I should probably do that at some point too. Still haven't done that. All right. Played Mario Golf for a good couple weeks or so. Had a good time with it, just didn't keep my attention after that, unfortunately. Come on, Ishiro. Oh, slow Ichi. Still fine. But Ushio got an extra attack in, which is unnecessary. New Kirby looks fun. What else was there? Having another Fire Emblem Warriors is neat. In the Three Houses universe. Not sure if I'll get it, because I'm not in the mood for another Musou right now. After how many freaking hours I put into Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Live alive, alive, or however the heck it's pronounced. Yeah, that's neat to see the studio, or at the very least the engine that's making those, what do they call them, HD 2D games, is making a game that was released only in Japan and is now going to be available worldwide, which is super neat. There was no Sonic at the Direct. Okay, come on, HP glitch. I want to get a run out of chapter 1 sometime today. Fuck you! At least he's stunned. That guy's gonna wake up. Get rid of him. Yay. If Hrot's got 3 turns, I am resetting. This is already not a good start. Yeah, a bit more of Splatoon 3. What the hell was the music they had for the Splatoon 3 show? Like, it was weird. Like, the Splatoon music is always weird, but it's like a fun weird. The stuff they showed today, I was like, what? I don't even know what this is. Okay, Stun Haratsuka is good. Fucking... Or resetting. Clear resetting. Freaking stunned him, but then didn't do enough damage to finish him off and woke him up out of the stun. Ay, ay, ay. Chapter 1 is going, nope. Yes, this is definitely post-apocalyptic style music. It was doing exactly nothing for me. But a part of it could be just that I have the expectation of what Splatoon music sounds like. So I could be setting myself up for disliking it before I even give it a chance. Ah, come on, chapter 1. Play with me here. 3, 2, 1, go. Have not touched either of the first 2 games. Neither have I. I look at Splatoon and Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, and I'm just like, I think I would have a great time playing these games. And then I just never got them. I don't know why. I just didn't. Splatoon 3 is the one where I'm just like, I need to actually play it this time. Come on. Been nearly 45 minutes and I still am not out of chapter 1. Come on. Come on. First playthrough Dread might be the one-hit kill mod. That's an interesting choice. That's really neat. That's really neat. It's a challenge that I'm not particularly interested in. And it's really dependent on how the checkpointing goes. Because the checkpointing in Metroid Dread was very generous. Like, you can die very easily in Metroid Dread, but the checkpointing is very generous. Ichi, you gotta stop doing these low damage rolls, my dude. Ichi. Gonna need higher damage rolls. That must have been like on the dot. That must have been like on the dot for damage. Oop. Nintendo Switch Sports with the network trial in like a week. I'm like, I don't really want to go back to the days of Wii Sports. It's like, it was a neat experience, and messing around with the waggle controls and other motion controls was neat. But then the rest of it, I'm just like, I don't like the way these characters look. This is not exactly a type of game I ever want to really play again. It's like, this is just 100% not for me, which is okay. I'm glad for the other people that are excited about it, though. Play it at, like, family gatherings. Yeah, pretty much same. The only time I ever played Wii Sports was at, like, family gatherings. Because I never owned a Wii. My brother eventually got one. Pretty late into the Wii's life cycle. Come on! Stop fucking HP glitching! This is so annoying. I just want to get... We've already reset like 6 times today. This guy also has an HP glitch. I'm gonna be upset. That guy didn't. I don't know. Why am I even fighting this? I know I'm resetting. Ugh. Come on. This is so stupid. I just want to get out of chapter 1 with a halfway decent time. RNG has not been kind in chapter 1 so far. Three, 2, 1, go. Howdy, NDH. Thanks for stopping by. Just want to get a run to chapter 5. The weird thing is, it is with the HP glitch, is it's always one of them. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where the HP glitch is on both of those enemies. If it even is a glitch. That's the other thing that I don't know. Maybe it's just a variable HP, which would be very weird. Considering that this game, as far as we can tell, is pretty much spot on, 100% consistent with the majority of health values. Onimatsu. Yeah, they have good EVs. Have good AVs. They've been fighting a lot of whale lords. Getting a lot of them fantastic HP IVs or EVs. Come on, Ushi. That crit should do it. Oh yeah, we're going damage. Nice, and we even got a kick to finish. Nice. Said the wrong one. IVs are innate values, EVs are the trainer. Yeah. Like, I got confused on it too, because well, I've been playing Arceus and I'm not entirely sure the systems that game operates on. Because it's definitely a different system. Oh, come on. Skip, please. Alright. Come on. HP glitch, please don't happen. I would appreciate it. I just want to get to chapter 5 so that I can have a recorded run. That at the very least I can chop up chapter 5 and put the video up for people to follow along with, because we've chapter 5 is nice and fast now, but it is a mess to remember. Notes are very much necessary for now. That? Are you fucking serious? That was a crit! And he survived! Are you serious? You serious, game? Well, at least we finished off the other guy, so it's fine. Oh, God, I really don't understand. Like, that's beyond like a variable HP threshold. That guy had more than, what was it, 44 HP? Which is absurd. Like, a crit will take down the high HP member of that. It's ridiculous. That's what it feels like. It feels like that, gamer. Like they have one-hit KO prevention for some reason. Ah, that's a low roll. Come on. Ichi! Come on. It's not great. At some point, I just have to carry it through. Like chapter 3 or chapter 5, with the changes that I made in what's now the world record. That was mostly just like chopping up the different sections of it and rearranging them to better suit fitting some other things in. But now even those chopped up segments are chopped up even further to be combined with different segments and stuff like that. It is, oh, it's a trip. It is a trip. If I run into any encounter at all here, I am resetting. Because this is already terrible time. This is already like 15 seconds terrible. I just want one halfway decent chapter 1. Oh, there's reset like 7 times now. Oh, there's no spawns. This is still bad. Hopefully your internet corrects itself, Caddy. Come on. If this guy taunts me, I'm resetting. It's like, this is already terrible. Nice crit. It's a good fight, at least. Come on. Come on. Please go fast. Wasted stun. Would have just targeted the one right in front of your face. Rude. What time are we gonna be at the end of this? We didn't have to dodge any encounters, but this is still gonna be like an 850, if not more. It's gonna be a reset. It's like 845 is like is what I had in my PB, and that's like the upper range of what I want to accept. Yeah, it's just bad. It's just bad. Yeah, we're gonna be at about 850. Come on. Nicely done, Greg. Don't spoil too much again. Just because I'm still only like 12 hours or so into the game. But I know enough that there's ranks. Three, two, one, go. I might just have to take this run just so I can finish at a halfway decent time tonight. Because we're already going to be passing midnight my time. Because we just can't get a run out of chapter 1 with a good time. Like 12 times that right now. God damn. God damn, Greg. I hope you've enjoyed your 144 hours into the game. 128. God damn. Come on. Every second of it. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Full damage, Ichi. Come on. Better damage. Come on, Ushia. Good. I believe Greg's been being very completionist whilst playing. Also, given how the game structures earning ranks, I'm like, yeah, I can see the last points being very difficult to achieve. Come on. I'm gonna try a thing. I don't think it's reality. I think I have a theory. It's a theory I have no basis for. But I have a theory for this HP glitch that maybe it's because we go too fast. I have literally no synopsis for that, but I'm going to wait one tick. One. Go. He didn't have the HP glitch. A sample size of 1 does not confirm, but it's a theory. I'll gladly take that theory. I'll gladly try it again in a future run. I'll gladly try that again in future runs. Because I am so tired of it. I am so tired of that dang thing happening. And just adding 10 seconds onto a run. When I've seen that HP glitch, it's always been that specific enemy. It is either enemy, actually. I've tried it. I've tried swapping to the guy on the right rather than the guy on the left. And I've had the same glitch happen. I have no idea. I really have no idea how it works. It's all small sample size for sure. God damn it, Ichi! Just finish the man off! It's fine. This will still be a good time. If we don't get any encounters later in the chapter, this will be fun. I just... Yeah, it's very small sample size. I'm just trying to think through if there's any way I can prevent that stupid glitch from happening because I'm so tired of it. Because of days like this where it's so difficult to get a run off the ground because of Chapter 1 RNG. The point of the game where it's 2 RNG that there's like not a whole lot we can do about it, but there's that one glitch is where it takes it a step farther than I want it to. If it's just low damage rolls, it's just fine. But having an enemy survive a hit that they're not supposed to survive is just a level of jank. Just don't crit. The sad part is I did crit. Oh boy. That was a very slow save load. Yeah, that's the sad part is that they survive even a crit. Oh my god, this fight's fun. Just gonna try and skirt past it. It worked. Because yeah, that's the weird part to me. That's why I think it's a larger glitch. Is because I didn't think it was a larger glitch. I just thought, I don't know, maybe they just for some reason have the large HP enemies HP rather than just higher HP in general. But now when I've crit one of them and they still survived it, I'm just like, now I'm really annoyed. It's not just larger HP value unless the larger HP value is much higher than I initially thought. Because yeah, it's a feature. Don't taunt. Good. Acceptable. Still not great because Haratsuka survived a hit, but it's like 10 seconds behind versus 20 like we were before. All right, come on. I can actually regular attack the other one, provided he gets nice and close. Nice, little time save. This crits with the cone damage. This should kill. Damn it. Yeah, this will be about 10 behind or so, but I'll take that. I'll just take it. Don't feel like resetting anymore. I don't want to stay up too late. Plus, again, I really just want to get a run into Chapter 5 so that I can have, at the very least, a video I can upload and share to everyone. It's fine. Not a great Chapter 1. Fine enough for us to continue, though. Second and a half. The chapter can be 15 seconds faster than that, though. Ugh. Only my pause skips are better. All right. Yeah, it's like 8:45 is basically my criteria that I want to hit. Oh, late taunt. Turn slow. Again, I'm probably just gonna have to keep pressing on. Okay. To be Supan. We're gonna get those 3. 2 pieces of equipment that we will equip later, and a smoke bomb. Also, you can pause skip outside the door there. That's something that I saw. I think saves a little bit of time rather than waiting for the load screen to fully come in. Come on. Also, each of you have been not good on crits today. I think we've had 1 wasted crit this run so far, and that's it. Not where we want to be, crit-wise. Or not crit, stun-wise. Ugh. Bad first spawn. Shush. Shush, I'm running away. Leave me be. And then there's me on the right. Ay, ay. One of the enemies disappeared. I didn't see it on screen, but I saw it in the mini-map. One of those 2 enemies just disappeared somehow. Come on, give me these puzzles. Side of the alley. Nature's Fist got scissors. No stun, great. Well, at least he did a fast attack. Each of you better be saving all your crits and all your stuns for later on. We're gonna need them. I can't. I've saved like no time on any fight so far. Fight spawns way to the right, which is good. Now, what about the alleyway? No spawn right away. Spawn at the end. No fight spawn? No fight spawn. I will take that. I will take that. Yep. Okay. Go to here. Fast travel to the theater alley. Run to the left. Talk to Nixon. Take down these gentlemen. Hope for no stare down. Start with the guy on the left, because he will go down in one. Good. Finally, Ichi got a stun. My god. It's about time. He's gonna wake up, isn't he? Oh, reapplied the stun. Okay. Well, Kone's a little slow, Ichi, but it's fine. Heck, that was a good fight. Adachi joins! Nah. All right, let's get good sewer runs, shall we? Again, as always, running away in this game is like 99% your character's ability to actually run the opposite direction. They need to run a certain distance. That's bad. How? How did... God damn it. Fuck this fight. I'm resetting. I'm resetting. Fuck this. God damn it. Just give me something. Game. Fuck. Ugh. That was a meh beginning of chapter 2, and then Dragon Engine BS where I have more than enough space to run behind me, but the game is like, nah. The game is just like, nah, I'm not gonna let you run away this time. Ay, ay. 3, 2, 1, go. And I have to carry on with this run no matter how it is. I have to just keep going. It's the last reset I could pull off. Because I'm already going to be up until like 12:30. Ay, ay. If Ichi fails to run there, that should just smoke bomb that. Because I think that's probably the biggest pain point or pain fight to run away from. Just because for some reason I think it's the fact that the engine erects an invisible wall that's like the boundaries of the arena, so that no one, the AI can't like accidentally script to walk all the way to the other side of the map and stuff like that. But that invisible wall of the arena also stops you from running away. Which is just a frustrating thing. Because it's all about your placement and your ability to actually run in the opposite direction, and it doesn't feel great that you can get stopped by an invisible wall. Good damage to start, Ichi. Come on. Very good damage, Ichi. Okay. Oh, so yeah, I like that disclaimer as soon as the game starts on PC. Real Yakuza use a gamepad. I think that's mostly there just because they very much designed this game around consoles first. More than anything. All right, well, let's try this again. Let's wait a tick. Oh, I forgot to set it. Oh, it didn't. Fuck. Thank you, targeting system. Well, he went down in one. That's nice. It was a fast fight, even with my hiccup. All right, come on, Ratska. For one time today, please go down in 2 hits. Good start. Slow attack. It's fine. It's normal. Good. Good. Fast Haratska. Let's go. Finally, we're getting a good time. Just need chapter 2 to agree after this, as well as the remainder of this chapter. So many cutscenes. So many cutscenes. All right. Fight spawn. Let's keep an eye out. Save load should be easier this time around. Let's fight spawn to the left, but we should be fine. Yeah, good. Okay, we're good. Good. Good, 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 good. We will take this. Okay. No fights can spawn now, so it's just fastest to get from point A to point B. Man, these NPCs are walking in strange lines. Alright, come on. And, like, The only smidges of time save that we can get out of a lot of these seconds, or out of a lot of these walking segments, is to just take as optimal of a line as possible. Is possible? Did I actually just say possible? As fast of a, or as direct of a line as possible to get you from point A to point B. All right. Nice stun. Very good beginning. Only one fight left. Only one fight left. Yeah, you want to take as straight of a line as possible, as as straight as a line as the NPCs and physics objects will allow you to take. Okay. Final one. Oh, don't kick that. No, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of the stairway. I don't want you glitching in there. Okay, that's still very good. Still very good chapter 1. Even with that weird little hiccup from that gentleman. That's still a very good chapter 1. Let's go. Finally. Let's just have chapter 2 cooperate as well. Okay, fight spawn down there is good. That one's avoidable. Fight spawn to the right is also good, which means we are very unlikely to have a fight spawn in the way here. You fucker! You fucker. You fucker. One last save load. That would have been an amazing chapter 1. Asshole. That's good though. That's a great chapter 1. That's like the ideal chapter 1 is 8.5 minutes. You can be a smidge faster than that. You can maybe be like 10 seconds faster than that, but I will gladly take that. I'll say howdy, Dolly. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the best wishes. The good luck, because God, I need it. This is the first chapter 1 that's been good today. This is the run. Indeed. Aim for the guy on the right first. It's done. Good, he's still stunned. Perfect. Good. Great fight. Great fight. Great fight. Okay. Take the bottom path. Vending machines are now available for us to despawn enemies if we need to. There's an enemy spawn up there, but we're fine. Get into here. Purchase. Up. Wait. Fuck. Cool. That was a waste of like 10 seconds. Calm down. I need to just calm down. I need to just calm down. Don't get too antsy. Don't let the good chapter 1 time go to my head. Don't let the good first fight luck get to my head either in chapter 2. Just play the game like you need to. Play the game like you need to. Yeah, just go fast. Easy. Okay. Fight spawns. Nowhere to be seen yet. It's concerning. No fight spawns at all? Mm-hmm. Oh, there's one. There's one. Okay, we're good. Howdy, Juice. Thanks for stopping by. And both the out. Scissors first. At least he didn't attack. It's good. Good. Just 10 seconds of me screwing up the first and the easiest shop in the game. It's fine. We'll be fine. They're slow to turn around. Ichi, not if you frickin' get stuck on a pole. I think that's a fight spawn. So I'm just gonna play it safe. I think the guy in the Hawaiian style shirt was an enemy. Definitely an enemy fashion. Listen, signs are like the most powerful weapon in like the brawler style Yakuza games. So I mean, in the Yakuza universe, there's something to be feared. Good stun. Good. Still stunned. Didn't refresh, so he's out of it. Fuck you. Fuck. Come on. No, now's not the time to miss. Ichi. Ugh, that would have been a good fight. That would have been a good fight. Alright, let's not do a stupid thing in the sewers like I did last time. Okay, come on. Good first run. It's the second one that's always a pain in the butt. Should be good. 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 It's not an amazing chapter 2, unfortunately. That stare down. The stare down and me screwing up the menu. But if we get good runs, it shouldn't be a problem. Adachi. Adachi, you were out of the way and then you ran back into the way. Good. One more. Remember, if I need to smoke bomb to hit down. Fuck you. Come on. That's bullshit. That was nothing in my way. God damn it. Not even gonna risk it. Ugh. Come on. That sucks. Ah, come on. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's time for the shin kicking guards. Adachi, why are you slow? This is awkward. This is really awkward. This turner is really awkward. I didn't want to hit that guy again. It's fine. It's fine. It all worked out. That was really weird. It's really weird turn order for that fight. Optimize onto Ichi. Okay. Let's not screw this up. Hit the gun first. Nice crit. Guarantees this kills. Fortunate bleed, lost the second. Alright. Not screw up this fight. Aim for non-high HP first. Take them down. Aim for the stun on the large HP if we can. Adachi! My dude! My dude! Bro! Bad chapter 2. It's a very bad chapter 2 now. Shoot, you don't have to pause, skip that one. Okay, good stun. It's fine. Well, nice stun refresh. There's the taunt. 2. Really bad. It started off so well, and then I messed it up, and then the RNG messed us up. Come on. I'm just gonna have to keep pushing through it regardless. I need to at the very least come out of this stream with a video that I can clip for, that I can cut down to size to show the chapter 5 route. It's fine. Fuel does nothing. This is a very bad. Very, very bad. And the current world record holder, yes. Unless in the short term that someone has gotten better than my 326.03. Which is possible. Which is possible. This new route leaves a lot of improvement immediately accessible. Thank you. Awful. Just terrible. That was 20 seconds lost on a bad chapter 2. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. God, I would love to have a run that starts off well. God, that'd be lovely. 10 seconds of that was my fault. The rest was not. The rest was, unfortunately, the RNG heavy parts of this run. Like, there's RNG throughout this run. Those first couple chapters is just, you're losing 5-10 seconds on any given fight just because the game didn't pick the right option in your favor. But then you get to the rest of the run where it's just like, it's execution, it's adapting to what's happening on the fly. But unfortunately, in the beginning of the game, your tools are not varied enough for you to really make any dent on the RNG. Previous PB and world records started off crappy chapters 1 through 4 and the start of 5. Yep, they sure did. There's like a minute and a half of time loss. There's like a minute and a half of time loss in from chapters 1 until after Zheng 2. It is it's bad. The tools are +2 magic item on none. Yeah, on a party member we don't have yet in chapters 1 and 2. And that the effect of that increased 2 magic doesn't come into play at all in chapter 3 either. It's only in chapter 4 where we get down to 2 more magic. Just to try and make some damage ranges a little nicer. That's about it. Yeah, we have nothing to increase our damage or anything like that. Halfway through the text box. Start pedaling. Or like partway through the text box. All right. Let's do it. 2, 1, go. Did it. Whew. Tough every time. Now for the actual tough part, freaking Zheng. This jerk. Gee. No stuns yet is bad. There's a stare down. At least I didn't get stuck. Didn't get feared. Ay, ay. Not sure this kills. Nice. At least he didn't do anything terrible and he didn't kill Nanba. So it's not the worst it could have been. And the stare down missed. So overall, it's still a perfectly fine Zhang. Alright. Run to the item box. Get all of our stuff. Then skills, tag team, pigeon, Ichi optimize, and luxurious belt. Bad. Need a 100 or 500 yen drop. Okay, we're good. Also, in my PB world record, it took me 8 vending machines to get enough yen to fast travel. I had to get like 6 10 yen coins. It was bad. I literally had 1 yen. I had 1 yen when I fast traveled. Okay. Setting up some fast travel points for future spots in the run. We will not have enough yen to use this taxi, but we're setting it up for later. Where are you two headed? Headed south. Just give me a quick second. Make sure he walks out of the way. Keep walking south, sir. Don't stop. Okay. This gentleman, Matsuo. It is a damage range to take Team Essence of Mayhem, unfortunately, so pigeons it is. Okay. Grab a couple more taxis on the way to get some good early game weapons. Okay, good. This fight spawn is to the left. Don't have to worry about it. Don't see any fight spawns to the right either. Oh, there's one. That's fine. That's fine. That's too far away for us to interact with. Good. Don't take that yet. Quick run back here. Into this little holy hole on the side of the highway. Get these 3 fancy safes, which contain very good early game weapons for Ichi, Nanda, and Adachi. Here, optimize onto Adachi, or onto Nanba. What am I saying? And then to here. I see the fight spawn. Oh, it's head down. God dang it. A little indecisive, but it's fine. Saw the fight spawn in this alley, but this is the fast route. I just had to double check where it was running to. Also nice, the pup time has a kyuk in it. This will be a very good chapter 3, actually. Like, Zhang didn't get stunned, but like at least the turns were fast. And because we didn't have to opportune, we didn't get an extra turn in. Feels like it's so good that I'm forgetting something. All right, go bowling for nerds. And that's a good bowl. Good. It's a good chapter 3. Good chapter 3. Also, we didn't have to freaking go to 8 vending machines to get the money. Very good. What? Pup time separates into cats, even cows now? Amazing. What has technology come to? Time? Oh my god, there's a time. Amazing. That was a very good chapter 3, though. Very good chapter 3, though. Right. Dodgy see. I did see butt time, though. Gear, Dachi optimize. There we go. Pup time is a very sophisticated bot. Alright, these gentlemen. We finally have some AoE abilities. Pigeon the guy in the front. Mega swing. Oh, unfortunate that they had a fast turn. Reckless charge these two because they're lined up. I'm not sure this kills. It does. Thanks. Okay. Alright, skills. Ichi, Mega Swing, Bat Buster, Non-Bug, Gnarly Breath, Pyro Belt, Chidachi, Reckless Charge, Beatdown, Gear, Ichi, Optimize. That'll work. Alright. If we're lucky, these two will line up down here. They did not. Unfortunate. Adachi first. This isn't enough to kill, is it? It was. Nice. He's on the other side of the vehicle, so I'm just gonna pigeon. I didn't want to have Nanba potentially get confused over getting around the car. Okay. Go to here. Fast travel with the Rose Blossom Cabaret, the fast travel that we set up last chapter. This suspicious man. Hopefully they attack fast. This will actually be good. This should be the fastest fight. Because they got their two turns in before Nanba and Adachi, we should just be able to tag team and opportune. And the fight's done. And we got a first odd stone. Nice. Pick blue, because that has the most HP. We prefer if Nanba goes first. Pyro Belch the guy on the left, because it will hit both green and blue. Mega swing. Try to kill the red guy. Nice. Okay, get your suspicious behavior over. Pyro Belch. We have to save some MP on Ichi. Nice chair kill. Good fight. Good fight. Now we run up to Otohime Land. We were going before we got so rudely interrupted by that flasher. Okay. Now we're running north over to Pocket Cafe, where we will grab the taxi while we're there. Fight spawns on, or there's one fight spawn, but it's really far away. There's a car. It's a good thing I pay attention to the mini-map. Otherwise, I would have not seen that car. All right. I want to, hopefully we get Pyro Belch first from Nanba. See where this gentleman's going. Because he moved back, I'm going to target that guy. Oh, didn't hit all of it. So hopefully this is enough to kill him still. It was not. I'm just going to take down this guy because his attack is slower. Let's pigeon rate him. Not a great fight, but a good one. Okay, now we need to pick up some more fast travel locations real quick. Such as this one. Running across the highway. To the election office. Good that those enemies are walking away. Pick up this odd stone while we're on the way, because we need as many as those as we can get. We need 3 by the end of this chapter. We already have 2, and there's 1 more that we already know of. But then we need 8 by the end of chapter 6. So as many extra as we can get will help our odds. Okay. We take this to Rose Blossom Cabaret. Now we'll learn of the game's summon system, the Pound Mates. And they are amazing, as shown here. Great source of AoE damage very early in the game. Okay. Running to Otohime Land, and also, I don't recall who it was. I think maybe threw out this option here on this fight. Wondering if we could potentially, instead of having Nanba Pyro Belch, we could have Tag Team Essence of Mayhem. We can. We can. Save a couple seconds. It means means we'll be a little tight on MP for the Gundawara fight, but that's not terrible. It's not a big concern or anything. I think it's the fight after Gundawara that we're a little tight. Back to Hello Work. Cutscenes until we're back outside of Otohime Land. Talk to this gentleman.
No.
Now to fight Gundawara. Gundawara went really far left. It's unfortunate. Most of those hit. This should probably hit that guy in the back too. I probably should have hit Gundawara. Pigeons just finished. Could have tag teamed. Wanted to save some MP. Okay. Now head to the bar. Talk to Adachi. Start the drink links. Our persona style bond links. Square for Adachi's choice. These give us personality boosts. And we need 2 stats to reach rank 3 by the end of chapter 5. And that is charisma and style. Okay. Got that. Now we just fast travel to Sunlight Castle. Excuse me, sir. For 2 quick fights before we enter the final set piece of this chapter. All right. Hopefully this hits 3. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful fight, Nanba. And now to Totsuka. Trying to do the same thing. Always aim for the left guy. I think the right guy would also work here, but I was aim left. Oh, Totsuka went fast. No! Targeting system, I hit up! You ass! That's lame. That's lame. I could have dealt with those other 2 enemies in a turn faster. That wasn't a great fight, but still, this was overall a good start to chapter 4. Okay. Gear Ichi, put on that health ring and enter. Good. I was on one unfortunate slow fight, but the rest were good. All right. We pigeon the guy with the big hammer. Hit Gary Buster Holmes. Oh, everyone's too separated. Have Nanba take out this guy. Oh wow, Nanba didn't have enough damage. Don't. Bit of a slow fight. We got an ability there for Nanba called Push and Shove. We sometimes will use it. Very rare, but it can apply stun to an enemy. And it can be useful in some instances. I still have yet to use it properly. Okay. You two stay together? No? Okay, fine. Hopefully this hits Ida. Oh, I hit him once. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Dang it. That's not going to hit Ida. Fuck. We're going to have to make sure we pyro Ida. I hit up! Targeting system! My god! You are just trying to ruin everything. That one was just on me. That one was on me. That one was on me. I'll blame that one on me. I will blame that one on me. That time, I was just trying to go too fast because I was upset. Please hit both of these two. Oh shoot, Adachi might not have enough damage to kill Ida. I'm gonna hit him with a beatdown just in case. Just to make sure he doesn't do another. Yeah. Okay, the fire will kill him. Bad. Bad fight. Bad fight, and now we don't have enough MP on Ichi for the next fight. So we're gonna have to, if Ichi goes first, I'm gonna have to guard, and it's gonna be slow, but Nanba is the one who's gonna have to do the multi-hit damage. That was an awkward fight, and I messed it up too. So, ay. Oh, group up better, please. Okay. That busted this guy. He was gonna get in the way for a regular attack, so I have to reckless charge it. It's fine. All right, Kasayama, you play nice, sir. We want Nanba going first for a gnarly breath that lowers defenses. And Ichi to tag team. Adachi to opportune. Pyro Belchum to try and set up some fire as well as do good damage. Unfortunate that Adachi went fast, so we got a reckless charge because this enemy likes to block attacks from the front. Now he's Angie. Now we want to see a crit ideally from either Ichi or Adachi. Nope, this will not kill. That's fine. But this is a normal fight. Pigeons, I don't think a physical attack would kill. Head back to where we came. Take the heal. Oh, come on. Ichi, take the heal, please. Alright, this one. And we're trying to hope for Nanba to go first. If not, Ichi will Mega Swing. Have to go with the Mega Swing. It should hopefully hit 2. Ended up hitting 2 in the long run. We all have enough MP. We should have enough MP for Kasayama. Or Kikugawa. Sorry. I always mess those two up. Now we really want Nanba to go first. Are you serious? Please, Kikugawa, walk into that. I got hit by a little bit by it. I hit left. I hit left. And I'm going to beat down Kikugawa to prevent him. Oh, never mind. I was going to say to prevent him from hitting Nanba with a powerful attack, but he decided to do an attack anyway, so we're fine. This next Pyro Belt should kill. Good. Get the key, wait for them to walk, then skip. Oh, where am I going? Okay. Read the map. Grab this hand grenade, conveniently sitting on the side there. Head through here, up the ladder. We no longer need this health ring that I routed in and then immediately routed out. We no longer need it because we're actually going to be rolling with Nanba in Chapter 6 instead of with Adachi. Take the heal. Head on into the final fight of the chapter. Hopefully Nanba goes first and we can Pyro Belch to the left. Good. Because Kikugawa always goes left. So we get him nice and lined up. Gary Buster Holmes. Shoot. I don't think Kikugawa's going to get lined up. So we just need to focus on getting Kikugawa down. The two are stunned. Pyro Belch will dispose of Kikugawa, and hopefully Adachi or Ichi and Adachi can eliminate Ida. Please don't wake up. Okay. Just gonna do. Oh shoot! Why did I do that? Okay, well, that was a mistake. I should have had Ichi finish off them. Now we're gonna be a bit slow, and because we're a bit late on applying the defense down, I'm just gonna go for damage instead. This is not a great fight. Okay, that's bad. Damn it. That's bad. Come on. You were supposed to wake up Ichi, you jerk. You let yourself get hit by that at least. This is not a good fight. This is a bit bad Seiryu Clan set piece. Ichi will wake up now. We're losing like 30 seconds. It's a bad Seryuclan set piece. That final fight was very bad. I made a mistake there. I should have had Ichi finish off Ida, but I accidentally chose Nanba to do it. Yeah. We're still fine. We're still fine. We'll still be probably a little bit ahead of PB, which is still, again, not good. The PB's chapters 1 through 4 were not good. We had an amazing chapter 1. We had an amazing chapter 3. And then sandwiched in the middle of those is chapters 2 and 4. Gosh dang. Let's travel to Rose Blossom Cabaret, and then finally we can get on to chapter 5, or we can get on to the new chapter 5 nonsense at least. No, boy, we're on par. Aye. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That was a very bad Seryuclan set piece. Very bad. Ida got messed up with targeting and my mistakes. And then I made some mistakes on the final fight too. Cost me quite a bit of time, but that's okay. That's okay. The most important thing for me is to get chapter 5. Important thing for me is to get chapter 5 in a setting that I can clip for video. And not quite right now. The beginning of chapter 5 is still the same. Beginning of chapter 5 is the same until after Zheng. Then things change. Actually, no, it's the same until the first Cat and Kappa. After that, then it's different. You don't do enough damage cycle, so Nanba goes. Yeah, it's even newer than previously, which I think is going to save like 20-30 seconds over the course of chapters 5 and 6. I think, roughly, in just small optimizations here and there. Guard. Reckless. This should hopefully kill. Dang it. Let's tag team the nerd. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the new chapter 5 routing is going to be a mess, as you will see. It'll be very much a mess. All right. And I'll do my best to explain everything. Well, explain at the very least vocalize what I'm doing in the new route in chapter 5.
Ew.
At the very least, I want to do that.
Ew.
Okay. Let's clobber bag one of these fools just cuz. Hit duo with Pyro Belch. Oh, weird. Weird that Dachi's fast. Oh, that might be a triple. Oh, that might be a good triple. Ah, only a double. We'll take that, though. Nice boosted Gary. Pigeons to get him while he's in the corner. Clobber bag this jerk. And take it. Awesome. Awesome. Now we drop off Psycho really quick. Over to Hello Work. Real quick, get this bond conversation on the way to the workshop. That completes non-buzz bonds up to the next level, which we need. Talk to this taxi, go back to Seagull Cinema, run up to Zheng 2. And then after Zheng 2 is when I'm going to start to commentate as best I can on what I'm doing. Oop. Rude. What the? Immediate 2-turn start? That's okay. Fine. Oh, fuckers moved out of the way. I was trying to go for multi-hits. That was dumb of me. Oh, get him while he's down still. I got you. That way it wasn't a complete terrible move. Was a bad move, but still. Get him with the bag. That's fine. Defend this all you want. Howdy, son. Thanks for stopping by. Don't worry about it, son. Just gonna clobber bacon just because I can. Wanted a little extra damage to maybe end this with the Pyro Belch. Nice. That works. But I concur with Cat. Sar is, in fact, a very valuable person. Very important person. Jesus. Back to Rose Blossom Cabaret. And now is when we don't start doing things differently yet, but I'll start talking about them. So we're changing up a lot of the ordering and a lot of how we're stacking things together in Chapter 5 now. This is still the same, and we will still get Nancy at the first possible moment we can, which is right up here. Because unfortunately, getting Nancy at any other point in time doesn't quite save time. Tried combining it with a different taxi. Tried combining it with like the CanQuest taxi at some point. But I realized the walk from the end of Nancy 1 to that taxi is about 5 seconds, and just taking a fast travel with loadless times is about 3 seconds. So unfortunately, it's still a couple seconds faster to not combine those two together at any point. Okay, we'll still be changing Psycho. Then we head on over to Part-Time Hero to start the Kappa quest. For trying to explain this, and I had no idea what was going on. Oh, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. Just you wait. So we still start Kappa quest, just as we always did. And the most convenient time to get the cat up here and the Kappa up here is still right now. So we're going to do that. But then this is when we change things. So after this, we're going to go straight to the fast travel to Sunlight Castle to immediately make that run towards the Capitol building that has the cat on the electrical box, and then down to Jinai Station to continue the story to change it to nighttime. So that's what we're going to do right now. into Sunlight Castle. Turn around. We do, and then we continue on the other side of Jinai Station to get the premium sushi set from the Popo, as well as withdraw our money. And then make our way to the Kappa in the glass elevator. And then the cat down on the side. And then we'll also be getting the... Oh, that's a bad fight spawn. Okay, well, that's bad. That's fine. It's an easy run at least. It's an easy run at least. I meant to save load that, but they spotted me sooner than I thought. But yeah, but then we had to do the Seagull Cinema. So that is a bad fight spawn. I'm going to have to go on the outside of the station. We still do the cinema, the Seagull Cinema cat in the nighttime here, just because I feel like there's less fight spawns that end up being in the way. And that's an okay fight spawn because we can skirt around on the inside here. Because yeah, when I'm doing it in daytime, it feels like it's higher probability that fight spawn will be in your way. And we do need to intentionally take a fight spawn later, but that fight spawn, the enemies can go faster than us, so it's a slow one to run from. So from here, on the other side of Jinai Station, we head to the Popo, buy one premium sushi set, go to the ATM, withdraw all the money we have, which is the money that is left over from Chapter 2 that somehow got put in an ATM for us. Run to the southwest. I put southeast in my notes. That's a mistake. Take a picture of this Kappa in the elevator. Turn around. Run to here, and you might hear the cat on the way. No, Kitten didn't want to speak today. And while it's nighttime, gonna go to the Seagull Cinema. And we're going to really quick hop on into the alleyway here to grab this cat. And then we will be going straight to Kume to progress the story. Meow. Heard the kitten? Speak to kitten. And skills, psycho, sparkling cannon, gear, psychos. I didn't... Oh, fuck. I'll have enough money. God damn it. I didn't get this cotton pouch. You know what? I am not feeling this run anymore, even though it's not a terrible run. I'm just going to make the video. I'm just going to make the video of Chapter 5. So, I set up a save. I want to get a good video that explains this more than anything. I'm in my head. I'm in my head too much, and I'm not. Yeah, I'm in my head too much, and there's not enough time left for me to finish a run. I'm just gonna make the video outlining it. I will I'll manually compare the two times. I'll chop off this portion of the video, or this portion of the VOD, and compare the times together of what Chapter 5 looked like in my world record versus this one. But I am in my own head way too much right now. I'm in my own head way too much, and it is messing with everything. So we're just gonna stop the run, and we're just gonna make the video. I set up a good... Where did I thought I set up a good save. Where did I set up a good save? Would have been today, so 2-9. 2 9. Right here? 14,241. Just gonna double check that this is the right one. Yeah, unfortunately, my head's just not in the place for it. So yeah, Psycho is still handbag or so yeah, so this is okay. I'm just gonna start putting it to or narrating it like a video. So yeah. This is outlining. So I'm just gonna hide the splits. I'm just gonna hide the splits. Yeah, I am in my own head, and I will. Okay, gonna do this. I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think just the amount of resets we had at the very early of the run, and then the amount of mistakes I made because I was trying to go too fast is just got into my head. Got into my head, and the fact that I freaking missed a silver safe. Ugh. I just want to get a video together that outlines the route. That's the most important thing. That is the most important thing. Sorry that I'm unfortunately calling the run, but that's the most important thing to me is that I get this route outlined for people to start learning because it is a confusing route. Okay. So I am going to reload this save again. Yeah, it's the save. So yeah, I am going to reload this save again, and then I'm going to start talking like I'm describing the new route. So with the new Chapter 5 route, this is right after the Zheng 2 fight, after we did... Right after we went back to the Rose Blossom Cabaret, and it put us outside of our living situation. We run to get Nancy right there. Tried my best to try and overlap it with another portion, but I couldn't get it to line up, and it was just like a couple seconds faster to just taxi rather than walk from Nancy to that CanQuest taxi. So just a smidge faster. We still head to Hello Work. Still trying to change Psycho over to the Hostess. Still head down to Part-Time Hero, where we enter into the building, head to this silver safe, grabbing the cotton pouch. Then we go up the elevator, still pretty much still exactly the same as what we previously done. Start the cat quest, head into the elevator, head on up to the first cat kappa, just because this is the most convenient time for us to do so. And then right after that, we will be heading straight to the Sunlight Castle taxi, where we'll run to the Capitol building, get to the cat that is sitting on top of the electrical box outside the Capitol building, and then to Genai Station to progress things there. Sunlight Castle. Turn around. Head in towards this. I call it the Capitol building. I have no idea what it actually is. But we get this, then we head to Genai Station to progress the story, which will put us on the opposite Genai Station right next to the Popo. Which I'll explain what we do when we get there. Of course, this is the optional spot right here for another bond conversation if you need some more points on Nanba, or you don't need the points on Psycho, but because we gift glitch her bond level up, but But Nanba may need it if he died. We get that taxi really quick. Head back into the Jinai station. Progress the story. And once we're on the opposite side, we turn around, run to the Popo, where we will purchase one premium sushi set, run to the ATM, withdraw all of our money from Chapter 2 that conveniently got put in an ATM for us. Then we progress down to the Kappa statue in this elevator. And we head on over into where we got those 3 safes before. But now we're picking up the cat while we're here. Thank you, Mr. Kitten, for making your presence known. Fast travel to Seagull Cinema. I get this cat before we end up running over to Kume just because I feel like the odds of having a fight spawn in our way at night are weirdly much lower. I've like rarely seen a fight spawn in our way at night. So I'm just tacking this on here. We do have to intentionally take a fight later. Hold on. We're gonna... Psycho puts on Sparkling Cannon. She puts on her Cotton Pouch. Then we go back to Rose Blossom Cabaret for Kume. We do have to intentionally take a fight after the Kume fight to refresh the cooldown on Gary Buster Holmes. But that fight in Chinatown, those enemies are usually faster than us, so it's a very slow fight to try and run from. So we progress the story. And in this fight, I didn't mean to target behind. You need to aim for Okuno and Yokoyama, the 2 batter type enemies, because they are the ones that have high HP. Unfortunately, Ichi went very slow here. Because Gary Buster Holmes will get rid of the rest. This won't kill him. Pigeon raid, because it's going to be the fastest way to take him down. But yeah, it's aim for the 2 batters with everyone except for Ichi, because Ichi will Gary Buster Holmes and get rid of the rest. Kume is weak to everything. So hit him with literally anything. They're all together, so I'm going to Mega Swing. And Adachi's up. That guy survived. That's fine. He's standing up now, so we're going to pigeon him. Okay. So now we speak to Eri and start the business minigame. I'm running through the new route is what I'm doing at the moment. So after we start the business minigame, which starts off the same as usual. So I'm just outlining the new Chapter 5 route. So we start the business minigame, run right into it. This operates exactly the same as been set up before, but in between the 2 sections of the business minigame, you will notice, or if you've been paying attention to this new Chapter 5 route so far, we have not grabbed the taxi outside of Ichiban Contractions yet. We'll be getting that in just a bit. We set up Nancy 1 earlier on. Okay. And now with this part, you have to assign business. That one, and then omelet. And then we have to fire our 2 other employees. And before this progresses, we go upgrade 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We're good. And we run the business. run the business. And then, yeah, we currently don't have the taxi outside Ichiban Confections, which we would normally use to try and get back there extremely fast. But we also, in order to get the Ichiban Confections before, we did a long run from the bar district down to Ichiban Confections. So instead of doing that, I'm going to be doing a slightly shorter run. So after doing 2 rounds of the business minigame, the game forces you to leave. It progresses the story for you. It's done with the tutorial of the business minigame, so you can proceed with the story if you want. But from here is where things really start getting different. So from here, we will be running, actually. We'll be running north. Didn't need the first person. We'll be running up north to the overlapping Cat and Nancy side quest. Right here. Doesn't matter what you do first now, because we will end up having to walk back up these stairs. That's a fast run. There is a fight spawn that can spawn in our way there. And if it does, it's honestly good. We save a little time if we do that. But for now, we need to focus on Nancy. Holding both right analogs to the stick right at the beginning of that. And then we run up the stairs. Oh, speak of the devil. Now we gotta fight. Hopefully, I don't think there's a situation where there's 2. With that, if I get a good angle, where were my run options? And now I'm just not getting a good angle to run. Okay, it's fine. But now we got the run out of the way. That was just unfortunate, the angle there. But now we grab the Ichiban Confections taxi. Then we run back into Ichiban Confections for part 2 of the minigame. And before we go in, we recruit the 2 red employees. Employees, auto care them, boardroom. We set up those 2 like that. Begin the boardroom. Hit the weakness for the shield, then hit their color weakness, then omelet. And we rinse and repeat that for all of them here. Blue is weak to green. Green is weak to red. Red is weak to blue. Actually, while we're here, I'm going to try something. So we got to wait for that to appear. But I'm wondering if we omelet and then Nishio. That actually is faster. That's faster. Hopefully that works consistently. Normally we have to omelet ×3 that gentleman. But if we increase the damage multiplier by hitting him with omelet with his weakness once and then hit him with a neutral damage from Nishio, who has high damage, can turn that out a little bit faster. It's neat. So now we're done with the first boardroom meeting. We head right back in to run the business 4 times. I don't know yet if that little strategy there to go omelet then to Nishio is consistent, but I wanted to try it, and it seemed like it would be. We'll see about it. We'll do it again next time. We'll see what happens. But we run the business like normal. We run it 4 times, then the next shareholder meeting. In between, there will be these pop-ups. We will be skipping all of them. Every last one of those pop-ups, except if any of our employees ask for a raise. We need to maintain all of the employees we have, or otherwise bad things happen. And by bad things happen, I mean I don't know what we would do without the employees we have. So we treat them properly and we give them their raise. All of the other pop-ups you can skip. And unfortunately, there's not much we can do to speed up these sections other than make sure you're holding R2. Make sure you're holding R2. Okay. This is our fourth round of business, and then after this comes a shareholder meeting, which we will be using the exact same strat as we did in the last one. Oh, and before we go into the shareholder meeting, make sure to auto carry your employees to raise their move. That helps the energy bar to refill faster. Break the shield, weakness, then omelet. Gotta wait until we're about 25-ish. Okay. And we wait for our power up. There we go. Then we hit weakness. Weakness, omelet, Nishio. I think that's consistent. That honestly saves like 4 seconds each time. I will take that. Because normally we have to omelet and then omelet and then omelet again. But if we do omelet then Nishio, it's 2 quick launching attacks in a row. Now we have one more round of 4 business sections where we just gotta hold R2. Hold R2, skip any pop-ups, except for if employees ask for a raise. And then if they ask for a raise, you give them that raise. And then we get into the last shareholder meeting, which operates just a little bit differently. We don't want that employee. We only want to increase the pay of our employees. We operate the final shareholder meeting just a little bit differently. It's a special shareholder meeting. We aim for Jessie, which is the target always on the far right, and we hit her with Tomei 2 times, which is our green color member. And then with the other 2, we have to wait until the bar fills up to about 25 again. And then we will hit them with Nishio and then Tomei to finish them off. And that will work for both of those 2. So a little bit of a different strategy to close out the final shareholder meeting. But pretty soon we'll be getting to more of the completely different chapter 5. Well, not completely different, but we do not want you, Mamatatsu. This is our final round of business before the shareholder meeting. Before the shareholder meeting, again, make sure you are auto-carrying your employees with the square button, which will get them all back to max happiness and make that bar fill up faster. It is important. It saves some time. Okay. Employees, auto-care, shareholder meeting. Again, we aim for Jessie first. Hit her with Tomei times 2 after we break the shield. Wait until we're about 26, 25. I hit Nishio, then Tomei. And we just gotta wait until we're back up to about 25, 26 again. Hit him with the special power. Break shield, Nishio, Tomei, we're done. And now we have reached rank 100. Business minigame done as fast as we can. We can now unlock Eri if we so desire, but we won't be doing so quite yet. We still got quite a few things before we have to head to the bar. So now we are done with the business minigame. all done with the business minigame. Head outside, and we will continue the Cat Kappa quest for a little bit. Oh, over to Can Quest, where this little short trip is the same little segment. If those enemies spawn, we can enter this sub-story but not finish it just by skipping it, and that despawns the enemy. Take a picture of the Kappa, run back over here, up the stairs to this is cat number 6. Head down the stairs, start off this story. This sub-story we will actually finish off later in chapter 12. And now we head on over to West Hamakita Park, where we run over to this cat that's sitting in the middle of the park underneath this water fountain. And then we will be heading to that van right in the background right there to purchase some flowers. Got to pay attention to fight spawns because it's almost always one, but you can usually safely make it around. We will purchase 1 pansy, 2 lilies, 1 rose, 2 bonsai, and 1 mysterious seed. And we're done with that shop. Now we continue the remainder of this running section to pick up the East Hamakita Park taxi, then to Chinatown. Then to Chinatown, then to another cat down there. That fight spawn can sometimes be in the way. I think I'm fine. Ah! We got it. You should have just save loaded that. And then they spawn on top. You should have just save loaded that. You shouldn't be risky like me. But we grab that taxi. We head down over this away to the southwest. We run to the Chinatown taxi to get that set up for later fast travels as well. Now that we've done that, need to run into Chinatown because there's a cat and a kappa statue in the middle here. Watching out for fight spawns. There are a plenty that spawn here. There's vending machines around that you can try to despawn. We get that cat. That is cat number 8. Not the final cat yet. And then we grab this kappa statue. And then we fast travel to Seagull Cinema because we have more shopping to do before we go back to the bar. We got to get our fertilizer so that we can plant and actually grow the item fast enough when we unlock garden. So we go here. Money's a bit tight here, so 3 paralysis poultices, 3 mental, 2 first aid kits, plant stamina and spark, and 30 79 Super X. Then we fast travel to the bar. Head on into the bar to finally unlock Aerie, as well as 2 bond conversations that we will be doing. Talk to Aerie. Aerie, we use X as her bond link choice. So, come on. Skip the cutscene. Then Aerie joins the party. Then we will be doing Nanba's bond conversation, which will be circle and then circle. This will increase our charisma and our style. Talk to Nanba. Circle. Circle. Increase our charisma and style. Now we will do something new that normally was only used in all sub-stories, but now we are bringing it into any percent is a bond gift glitch. So we want to talk to Sayako, give her a bouquet of lilies, and then pause skip multiple times in a row, and the game thinks that we gave the gift to her multiple times. So it increases her much more than we were supposed to. Then we use circle on her bond link as well. Gets us our last bit of charisma that we need for this run. As well as it increased Sayako's bond, which actually gets her a couple more job levels and regular levels throughout the run. Now we need to talk to the barkeep. This will activate gardening. We don't want to make anything yet. We want to go outside, plant the mysterious seeds, set the nutrient with that plant stamina and spark that we got from the pharmacy. Head on over this back route over to our final cat. Finally, we are done with the cat quest. Now we want to do a different party member. So now we want Nanba to Ari, then Adachi to Nanba, because we want that right positioning for when we do stuff later. And then we turn in all the cats to part-time hero. This activates the final cat, Robson. Oh, come on, use the elevator. Now we're to our big shop, and the big shop is a little bit different. Head over to the East Hamaki Department. Taxi. We'll be running straight up, and we'll be going to the material shop first. We no longer run to the vending machines on the left side of Dragon Cart, so it is faster to go left to right now. So we will first do this. We need 10 sturdy lumber, 24 quality, so 23, 18 high quality, so 18, 5 ragged cloth, so 4, 18 thick cloth, so 16, 23 beautiful cloth, so 22, metal wire, we need 20, so 12, dirty iron, 43, so 37, sturdy iron, 51, so 49, refined iron, 45, then cloudy pane, 22, so 20, clear pane, 41, so 32, immaculate pane, 36, so 32, tempered glass, 28, so 27, sturdy plastic, 15, so 14, dull aluminum, 23, gleaming aluminum, 9, and then thick hide, 20, so 7, smooth hide, 20, so 19, high grain leather, 8, and high full grain leather, 3. That is that shop done. And we head over here, take a picture of the kapa while it's in there. Talk to this. We need 38 daikon, 11 tomato, 61 hot pepper, 50 potatoes, 53 onion, 72 garlic, 7 mysterious mushrooms, and 13 mysterious carrots. And now we make this last final trek over to Robson, and then we will fast travel right away to turn him in. Yep. Talk to part-time hero to turn in Robson. Then we are going back to the bar. Where our nice mysterious seeds will have blossomed into some delicious mysterious fruit, which we need to make some bento boxes. We need to make a bento box specifically. It gives you either 8 or 9. We only need 3, so it doesn't really matter. Now we talk to the barkeep. 1 mishmash, 2 packed lunches. No. 10 chilled lunches, because these are also our HP recovery items throughout the run. 2 homestyle. 10 special lunch boxes, because these are HP and MP heal items throughout the run. And luxury Kiwami box. And we're out of there. Then we fast travel to West Hamakita Park for one quick run. We're going to run over to the side here towards La Marche, I believe is the name of the shop. But first, on our way up to there, we're going to be grabbing this red vending machine, which has our Kiwami drinks and our muscle sodas. We get 5 of each of those. That fight spawn is inconvenient, but it shouldn't matter because we just run up here, up the stairs to this silver safe to get the table sparkling. And then we make our way finally over to the blacksmith. Where we first increase our blacksmith to the next level. And we'll be crafting 4 weapons. We'll be crafting the steel broom, the lightning bandages, the metal ruler, and the voltaic yellow wine. We will be strengthening the lightning bandages ×1 and the cotton pouch ×3. And then fast travel up to Hello Work, where we will change Ichi's job over to the job we want him at the end, as well as Foreman in the middle there, so that we can unlock his ability to break down some walls for us. Ichi to Foreman. Then to Host. And because we had the fight earlier, I'm going to travel to Ichiban Confections to go run and finish the Nancy side quest. But if you did not get a fight earlier that you ran away from, you will fast travel to West Surakume Highway instead. Because there's there actually is very consistently a fight that spawns on the way to the Nancy side quest. And you will run away from that instead. Turns us away. Gotta give him the bento box. Skip. We get Nancy. And then from this point, we run. We run over to Fumie's shop. But on the way, we'll be speaking to this part-time hero representative, turning in 8 quests, which gives us the tarot cards and some other goodies, and a decent chunk of money, too. Take a picture of that Kappa, because that is Kappa number 6. Open up this shop. Get into here. Purchase 7 gold keys, 10 smoke bombs, 2 gambler's ties, 1 fancy bow tie that we equip, and 1 that we don't. Then we gear. We want Adachi optimized, then Eri, then Nanba, then Saiko gets her magic lighter and the toy bracelet. And then we head on over to Jinai Station to finish out the chapter. And that is the new Chapter 5 route. I will have to save and quit this. But that is the end of the giant and now very messed up Chapter 5 quest to get all the items we need to set up for later. But now we are also doing this fight a little bit differently, because now in this fight and a bit later, we have Nanba instead. We need Eri to Kiwami drink here. We Gary Buster Holmes. We guard. Unfortunately, he wasn't stunned, so he gets an attack. That's fine. We rolling kick to finish him off. And now that it's Ichi's turn coming up as soon as the fight begins, we will Robson. Now that is available to us. And we do this setup because otherwise, if you do this later on in the fight, Robson can miss, and that's bad. Now, to finish off Yan, you either Sparkling Cannon or Pyro Belt, and attack. Whichever comes first. And the fight's done. Then we're on into chapter 6. And I will skip ahead forward here in the video. Because chapter 6 is the same up to a point. Oh, I didn't want to talk to Nanba. But yeah, chapter 6 is going to be exactly the same up until floor 3. Hope for a good grenade. And then we will stack slap Yan here. We will quick skill shortcut area with a rolling kick and thumbtack scatter. Press on. Take those quick single target healing options for later. This is a simple one. You thumbtack scatter right away. And because area target or teleported backwards, that gentleman likes to run away and then teleport back. And then you just take. But yeah, the remainder of chapter up until the crane, or up until actually the 3rd floor, this chapter is the same. We'll be pursuing this chapter exactly as we have done before, where we attempt to skip certain fights, take certain fights, and smoke bomb as little as possible. Try to hopefully get these clean runaways. And Ichi's in a weird spot, so we're just gonna smoke bomb out of there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to skip forward in the video that I'll do. I'll just cut forward. Because I don't have any fancy editing software. I just have a free one. So that was really weird positioning from literally everyone, so I had to smoke bomb. Yeah, I'll skip forward to where we grab the felt cap. Because that is the only difference that we do in chapter 6 up until the crane fight, is that we will grab that felt cap and then equip it onto Saeko. Because we need that little bit of extra damage for the crane / Yan fight. As well as it helps out with some damage in later fights, because it gives Saeko, I think, 11 more magic. So it's a little boon. A little boon to her. Now we take this fight where it can get nice and crunchy loud. Good and crunchy. Okay. Yeah. Now that I'm not doing video related stuff, yeah, I'm so yeah, that's what the new chapter 5 looks like. Why did I try to run? Now I'm in my own head now too. Ay. Yeah, you just thumbtack this one right away and it's done. Also, sweet Jesus, no! It's gonna flash us. But yeah, I was just getting in my own head. Oh my god, well, this is just a mess now. It's not your fault, sir. It is not your fault, 100%. I was in my own head all night. I was in my head all night. Chapter 1 was just going so poorly. Also, we might not have enough odd stones. Okay. But yeah, I know Meta asked it a while back, but and Sar explained it. Well, oops. if you like nick off that area or off that tarp, if you nick off that tarp and go to the right, you can skip this fight. From what I found, it's actually beneficial to like nick and then have Ichi like do a bounce off to the right. I don't know how to do it accurately, but I found that when I do that, it's pretty consistent. How many odd stones do I have? I have 3, so I need 2 more. It'll be very unfortunate if I don't get enough. Yeah, I'm after doing all this routing and stuff like that, when I'm trying to explain it all on top of doing a normal run, yeah, I was just overloaded. My head was just overloaded, and I kept making really dumb mistakes. Because, yeah, the goal of this stream was not to immediately set a new PB/world record, but to have something that we can refer to and to have more testing on my new Chapter 5 route. Yeah, now I can do a side-by-side. Even though I didn't time it, I can side-by-side the video because, again, it's comparing 2 runs on my exact hardware on the exact same setting. So load times should be comparable. Yeah, another thing again that got to me was how bad our Chapter 1 luck was. The fact that it took us over an hour to get out of Chapter 1 is bad. But yeah, here is where we get the final little addition in the middle of this set piece, of this little underground section, is after we run away from this fight, we will grab this safe to the right, which has the felt hat. We will equip that right away onto Sayako, because Sayako will be using that for the crane fight, and it also gives her just a bit more magic, 11 magic precisely, for all of the fights that she's in up until Chapter 10. So it'll help just a little bit with damage on, I think probably the best place would be damage on Reiji Chapter 10. So it's nice. But the rest of this is completely identical to what we do up until the crane fight. Thumbtack scatter the guy in the center. Usually one remaining, so we tag team him. And I got 6 odd stones, which is far more than we need. So now I can do that later as well. So we will press on here until we get to the crane fight, because then I'll have to explain the new additions there. Ari, where are you? Good. Yeah, like, again, I'm saying it a bunch, and I'm saying it a bunch to constantly remind myself, to stop myself from beating myself up over it. But this was much more to showcase the new route than anything. That's bad. Nanba, will you get around the corner? Oh my god. Because yeah, the new Chapter 5 is a mess compared to what we previously were doing. Everything was very much, here's a block of Cat Kappa, here's the big shop, here's the business minigame. It's just like worked very nicely tiered structure, and now it's all scrapbooked. It's all cut to pieces and rearranged to find a little bits of time improvement here and there. I think in total it's combined with the differences in chapter 5 and then now in chapter 6 where I'm using Nanba, it's probably about 30 seconds or so faster, all things considered. And then we lose just a smidge of time in chapter 7 for having to grab one safe and then another trip to the blacksmith. So we lose in total about 20 seconds in chapter 7. But like in total throughout the entirety of the run, we get a lot of time save. And it's fantastic. Okay. Ari, where are you, ma'am? Should be good. Two more fights to run away from. Then we're finally to the crane fight that I can explain. What's the updates for the remaster of Chrono Cross? Oh, nice. I'll have to check those out. Okay, that was a good teleport from Mary. All right. Now that we've escaped from the final fight that we have to in this chapter, we don't have to do any additional menuing or anything, so long as you put the felt hat onto Sayako already. We will run straight into the crane fight. Where conveniently, this crane has no damage resistance to pigeons. So we will rolling kick. Tag team. Pigeons. Didn't need that crit, but it's nice. And sparkling cannon. And this is enough damage to kick Jan out of the excavator. Then from here, we Kiwami drink Airy yet again. We tag team Jan. We sparkling Jan. You got to make sure all the damage hits, so if Nanba goes first, you got to wait for Jan to get up because our final move is the Pyro Belch. And that kills Jan before Jan has a chance to do anything. It's one turn faster than if we were using Adachi. And we return to the city. Skip ourselves some cutscenes, and I want to carry this through into the remainder of this chapter because we have one more quick trip to the blacksmith. Where we got those tarot cards at the very end of chapter 5, and we'll be upgrading them now. Along with one upgrade to the Voltaic Yellow Wine, so long as you have gotten the remainder of the odd stones that you need from the sewers. Then we fast travel up to Seagull Cinema. We are still using we are still using Nanba here because we don't get an upgraded weapon onto Adachi. He just doesn't have the damage to like one-shot minions faster. And Sparkling is still slow. So instead, I haven't tested this yet, so we're gonna test it live. Instead, we are going to use Pigeons, which is hopefully going to be faster than Sparkling, or which is faster than Sparkling. Sparkling is a very slow animation. So start this off with an airy thumbstack scatter on everyone. Then we Nancy. And that guy unfortunately lived, which is rare, but Pigeon the large HP. That is more than enough damage. And could have guarded. to have the poison kill, or Psycho can finish it off with a regular attack. That guy had like 1 HP. Turn to the left. Take a picture of the Kappa. This shop coming up is a little bit different. We turn around the corner, demolish this barrier. We purchase 6 superpower rings, 2 for Eri, 2 for Adachi, which we equip right away, 2 unequipped, 2 silver bracelets, 1 we put on Psycho there, 1 unequipped, and athletic insoles onto Ichi over the health ring, or not athletic, military insoles over Ichi. Over the health ring on Ichi. And then this fight, I pause skip. You don't do that. By the way, that is slow. We thumbtack scatter onto the large HP. We Gary Buster Holmes. The boost shouldn't have mattered, but we guard until Nanba pigeons. Ooh, that is tight damage. That might not be consistent. Might have to just sparkling cannon there. We'll need more testing. We'll need more testing. And then the end of chapter 7 is the same as it was. Again, I'm going to try for pigeons. So Eri Kiwami drinks herself. We use Robson. And because Nanba wasn't fast enough, we spark. That gives Eri just enough XP to hit level 15. And we carry on into chapter 7, where we do one last thing. Actually, I'll continue the video up into chapter 7. Because we've got a couple more things we got to do here quick that are different. So, head to Hello Work. Where we will now change both Adachi and Eri's classes. We will change Eri to the dealer. And we will change Adachi to the enforcer. And then we will gear Eri, or Ichi will steal Eri's hard leather boots. We need to change the party to get Nanba out for Adachi. And then we fast travel to Fukutokuchu, where we do chapter 7 as we normally do right at the beginning. But the fight at the 2 fights right at the beginning here, after we talk to Sung-hee, are a little bit different, so we should make sure we record those as well. These fights have not changed since the earlier on in this week with my world record run of 326.03. But it's still good to have this recorded, because this is still kind of the bigger changes that come. Like there are smaller changes in things like chapter 10 and chapter 12 that we do differently now that we have those extra superpower rings, but they're not terribly consistent, or they're not terribly they're not huge changes. They're not broad sweeping changes. So we enter the Yigomi Jewel set piece, where we attack the large HP gentleman. We Gary Buster Holmes. And we spark. Ideally, Ichi should be going first here. And for the second fight, we do the exact same thing, but instead of Gary Buster Holmes, we use Nancy. So we Nancy. Attack. And Spark. And now that gets both Eri and Adachi to job level 6, which gets their abilities that we want. So we skill shortcut Eri, jackpot chip, dart airstrike, and Adachi with shield bass and paralysis prongs. Oh, where am I going? And the rest proceeds normally here up until after we run from the third fight. So we smoke bomb here. Run up the stairs. Run off to the left here, skip the cutscene, and then off to the ledge we go. Cross. Find all the Gomi Jewel. This is technically a little bit faster if you're using mouse and keyboard because the mouse acceleration is very fast, but I've gotten very consistent with controller, so I've never bothered learning. This fight is very easy. We just throw a cat at it. Good fight. Run up to here. This fight we escape from using a smoke bomb. Run up the stairs, run across these platforms, and then as soon as we get to the other area, we'll be running to the left. This is important. We need to get this safe now. This safe contains the bulletproof shield, which we will immediately equip onto Adachi with an optimize. We need the additional damage immediately for this next coming fight, which is against Jungi-han. Now, we do get increased damage, but before we had this weapon already upgraded by the time we got here. This fight can still go exactly the same length as it did before, but comes with one caveat. If Jungi-han is against the wall and against the ground, we need to wait just a tick for him to start getting up before we dart airstrike. We have to make sure that all of the darts land. It is very important. Otherwise, Jungi-han will not go down in the same amount of turns. So it's better just to wait like a second to 2 seconds there to make sure that all of those darts do hit. This puts Adachi right in front. Jungi-han will hit him. Big team will push him against the wall. Again, wait. I usually wait for about 2 of the cursor taking in on itself. That crit wasn't necessary, but it's nice. And sparkling. Then a final paralysis to finish the fight. And now you can see why we needed to make every single one of those darts hit. Very important that all of those darts hit. We just don't have the damage we used to have. So if a dart misses, that could potentially make the fight go longer. So now Ichi goes first. Hopefully. Gary Buster Holmes right away. Darts. If we're lucky, this finishes the fight right away, but usually leaves one left. So we just smack down while he's on the ground. Next fight. Again, we want Ichi to go first. Eri went first, which is unfortunate. We need to take down all of the crossbows. So if any remaining crossbow members stay alive, you take them out with Ichi. If Ichi goes first, you just take down a crossbow member right away. And then Psycho always finishes off the spark. And the final fight. Ichi tag teams the large HP member. And we darts, and this normally finishes the fight. Like so. And then we are out of the set piece, but we got a couple things left to do before this chapter is over, and before I close out this brief explanation video. I say brief. It's a long explanation video of the new route. We've got to go up the stairs, take a picture of the kappa, then we got to go to the blacksmith one more time. Ugh, excuse me. We got to go to the blacksmith one more time, because we need those bulletproof shield upgrades. It is very important for the upcoming fights. We need that extra damage. So we strengthen the bulletproof shield 3 times. And don't worry about the table sparkling not being upgraded yet. We will upgrade that all the way to full. We'll upgrade that all the way to full in chapter 12. Because that item doesn't get used until chapter 12 anyway. So now we run to here. Then we fast travel to Chinatown. That is an unfortunate fight spawn. We have vending machines right nearby, but they're standing right in the way. I'm gonna have to save load them. I will explain that in just a second, Metza, as soon as we reach the end, because right now, that's all I gotta do is make this final trek over to the end of the chapter. Okay. Yeah, and then this is through chapter 7, and then chapters 8 and 9 are identical to the way they were before. Chapter 10 has a few menuing changes. Chapter 12 has a couple menuing changes. But for the most part, the remainder of the run is the same. So yeah, that is the explanation of chapters 5 through chapter 7. All the changes that came from this new route. It's a lot. Yeah, Betsa, we get the tarot cards from a part-time hero quest. The part-time hero quest where you can turn in bento boxes and bouquets and bonsais and stuff like that. The end result of that chain of part-time hero quests is tarot cards. I had found that a while back. But I couldn't find a fast way to get mysterious fruits. I couldn't think of a fast way to get mysterious fruits. But then I never actually looked at what the nutrients do for gardening. Plant stamina and spark. Plant stamina and spark makes it so that the mysterious seeds are done and fertilized in 20 seconds. So it's all we do is plant them, do a few other things, and then get back to that planter, and they're already fully grown. And then, yeah, we buy the bouquets there, which we also use for the gift glitch for Sayako, and then we buy the extra food while we're at the shop to make the additional bento boxes. So, yeah. So that's the explanation of chapters 5 through 7 with the brand new routing. I will shorten this down to basically from after Zheng 2 up through the entirety of the remainder of chapter 5. And then I will skip the chapter 6 all the way until we get the felt cap, and then the crane fight, and the crane fight to the end, and then all the way through chapter 7 as well, because those fights are a bit different as well as that final trip to the blacksmith to upgrade the bulletproof shield. But yeah, I will skip through the rest of this and just get back to here. So, okay, I will have to clip that down. But yeah. Sorry, I got a bit in my head and wasn't able to turn this into an actual run, but that was a lot of explaining to do on what we do in Chapter 5 now. Because, oh boy, Chapter 5 is a mess. It's a fast mess, but it is a mess. Because, oh boy, it was, like I said, it was so nice before. It was nice because, like, even though we were doing all these extra things, it was all blocked off. We were doing Cat Kappa stuff. Then we did the big shops. Then we did business minigame. Then we did occasional schools. And then the underground casino and gambling den. Then blacksmith and stuff like that. It was very nicely structured. And now all those things are chopped apart, mashed back together. No vocational school. No gambling den. No underground casino. And we skip out a few taxis. We use Nanba for Chapter 6 now. It's a lot. It is a lot. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to explain. And then with the additional money that we have, with purchasing the additional superpower rings and silver bracelet, as well as with the additional, so the silver bracelet, the additional one is basically only used for 5 more magic on Sayako for Kiryu in Chapter 14. But it's free. We have the money for it now. We can purchase another silver bracelet, no problem. So 5 more damage plus because we get Sayako's bond level increased, instead of half XP for chapters 10 onward, where Sayako's not in the party, she gets 60% XP instead of 50%. So that actually gives her, I think, over the course of the run, just like, it's like A level and A job level at the very end. But I think by like Kiryu, it's like 1 level and 2 job levels or something like that. It's noticeable and it's nice. So she does a bit more damage. And then with the additional superpower rings that we get, we now, instead of putting the Gambler's Ties on Eri right away in Chapter 12, we now keep the superpower rings on Eri up until Chapter 12. And we just put additional superpower rings onto Jungi Han. So our damage output in Chapters 10 and 11 is notably higher. And then once Chapter 12 hits, and then at some point, or right before the tiger fight, we have to get the second business card onto Ichi so that Ichi gets enough job points for later. Chapter 11's the same, except for in Matoba, we no longer have to use Nancy, which is nice. Because Eri's darts, or because Eri has the 2 additional superpower rings, Eri will one-shot the ads with Matoba rather than before, where they always survived. So we had to Nancy to finish them off. We no longer have to do that. So we can just go straight to Gundawada to do more damage. Then at the beginning of Chapter 12, we have Eri finally equip the Gambler's Ties before the invested vagabond fight, because we want as much job XP as we can get from that one. And then once we get back to right before Majima Seijima, we put the superpower rings back on Eri yet again, to have her do even more damage for Majima Seijima, the fights after, and against Sawashiro. So yeah, that's the main thing. And then there's a bunch of small changes in some of the late game Millennium Tower set piece stuff. But yeah, as well as I'm going to update the business minigame. Because the business minigame using, instead of omelet 3 times, using omelet then Nishio, that saves a few seconds. Yeah, that was a lot. And that'll also be the end of stream, because I need to update some of the notes. I will cut down the video. It'll be a very jank cut. I will literally just be like not even doing transitions. It's just going to be cut to here, here to the next part and stuff like that. And then I'll also, yeah, once I start Nancy, think I'm gonna actually just play the two videos side by side just to see how they actually line up, to see how much faster it was. Difficult to say, all things considered, because I had a rough time running from that one fight, but yeah, it's chapter 5's a mess now, but it's a fast mess. Yeah, and hopefully this can help people reconfigure it. For the new runners, it's just going to be a lot of learning, and I'm going to have to update my notes for tomorrow. Then I will have to try to get the video out as well for tomorrow. And yeah, I linked the Google Doc for my notes in the speedrun.com leaderboard under the guide section. In that guide section, I'll also post a link to the YouTube video once this is uploaded. That way there's a nice visual representation of all the explaining stuff. So howdy, I was inviting you for your GDQ, coach. Unlikely that this would ever make it into a GDQ just because it's so long, but I would love to. But it's difficult. There's so much to explain, especially while you're playing the game. Explaining and playing the game at the same time is very difficult. Oh yeah, I think it hasn't been an RPG limit break just because RPG limit break has been has skipped the past 3 years because of the pandemic, obviously. But in the meantime, there's been Questing for Glory. It was a separate marathon that takes place in like November. That's kind of the same thing. It's mostly RPG speedruns of larger length and raising money for charity. So I believe Froob got this run into both of the Questing for Glory runs, or both Questing for Glories. Wait, no, I don't remember. I believe Froob had 2 runs of Yakuza Like a Dragon in that kind of marathon. But yeah, RPG Limit Break is the one that I also was going to be on. I was going to be on RPG Limit Break 2020 doing SteamWorld Quest. But then the pandemic happened and it got canceled. And then RPG Limit Break 2021 got canceled. And now RPG Limit Break 2022 got canceled. Who's my couch would depend on who's there and who'd be willing to be there. If it was live and in person, RPG Limit Break takes place in Salt Lake City, so I'd probably ask Mithra if she was available. But if it was online, I would reach out to the Yakuza speedrunning community to see who would like to, who would be comfortable with it. Oh yeah, I still want to. I want to get a run into a marathon at some point. But that'll be a little bit. I'll have to take a look into what some other marathons actually might work for like really really long-a-thon. They really really long-a-thon is like it says, it's like a 3-week long marathon featuring categories that are exceptionally long. I'm not sure how many regular runs they did, but given that Yakuza Like a Dragon is like a 4-hour run, It might fit in there. Jumping in your run wasn't me a condition or anything like that one. What? I don't even know what night you're referring to, sorry. Oh yeah. The neighborhood watch. It's already a blur because that was really hard explaining everything while I was doing the run. I was doing my darndest. It was tough. But I appreciate the help there at the end there. So did a thing like 8 hour more 3-man run of Final Fantasy game 1 year ago. Yeah, they've done Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 speedruns. I'm not sure if they did Final Fantasy 10. I know they've done 7, 8, and 9 with Mutsuki, Toju, and Luzbelheim. They did 10 too. Gotcha. But yeah, the downside is that, or the reason that one mainly got in there because it's Final Fantasy. Unfortunately, Yakuza isn't quite the well-known franchise, won't quite bring the attention in. As much as I adore this run. This run is like this run is fantastic. I really like this run is fantastic. It's a showcase of all the different aspects that come from a turn-based RPG. So much planning, so much routing. There's RNG. You have to adapt on the fly and do your best. It's such an awesome speedrun to run and watch too. Like the late game RNG, because once you hit chapter 12, this game gets hard. This speedrun gets very hard. You can die very easily. And things can go awry. Like it is super fun to watch this run at the end too. Like it is it's split into chunks. You got chapters 1 through 4, which is the beginning. It's just RNG and we do the best that we can. There's not that many options. We just roll with it. Chapter 5 is routing extravaganza, where we're doing all of these things to set up for the mid to late game and beyond. Then we got chapter 6 is a slow one, unfortunately, because that sewers dungeon is just very long and we're mostly just running away. But then you get into chapter 7, and chapters 7 through the end of the run are all just going. Next thing, fight, fight strategy, smoke bomb, throw a summon in there. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 has a little sidetrack to get one summon, but then chapter 12 you're right back into the thick of it, and then chapter 12 gets the massive difficulty increase. Then you get the super hype fights against Majima Seijima, and then against 14 against Kiryu, and then Reiji 14 decides to end your run because he's an asshole, and then you get to 15, which is just the final set piece, and then the big Tendo RNG right at the end. It's such a fun run. It's such a fun run. It's only, unfortunately, the first 4 chapters that are the slog. But man, yeah, I adore this run. Yeah, I need to, because I did some testing earlier today on this, on this route. And then obviously I did this stuff today to verify it works as intended. And it does. It works as intended. It's fast. We use Nanba in chapter 6 now. It's I now have it all double checked. The only thing that I think really wasn't verified was the end of chapter 6 fights, where I was using Pigeon Raid. I'll just write it in as Pigeon/Sparkling, just whoever goes first. I'll just pencil that in, to be Pigeon or Sparkling right at the end, because I think either will kill in those fights. I don't think you want to try to guard for it though, because I don't know. I think I'll just write down pigeon or sparkling for those fights. But yeah, seems like an extra 10 minutes. A lot of the early game RNG wouldn't cause you to go overestimate. No, I wouldn't be too concerned over overestimate. I'd give myself a healthy estimate though, because in a marathon setting, you want to be able to account for everything, and by everything, I mean we would have to make sure we account for chapter 14 deaths, because it is something that just can happen. They're like, yeah, those fights are so hard, and if the enemy wants you dead, you're dead. So yeah, we would like, I think what my with loads time for my world record was like 3 hours and 57-ish minutes or something like that. So like just under 4 hours. So I would probably add an extra 15 minutes. I would say 4 hours, 15 minutes. Just because, yeah, there's a large amount of RNG and some of it can cost multiple minutes if messed up. Big deaths can grind a lot to a startling halt. But you can still finish strong. But yeah, I need to end stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get to do a full run. Sorry, I got too caught up in my head and then explaining everything while doing it, and also having the stress of doing it in the middle of a run. I was just too in my head and I was making mistakes. But hopefully you appreciated that, the explanation, the deep dive into what's changed in chapter 5, because it's a lot. Sar, that is not why you're here. You're here because you're a good friend, and I appreciate your company. It's not your fault I got in my own head. It happens. I do that a lot. It tends to happen to me a lot, getting in my own head. It's something I'm trying to work on throughout this year, especially. But that's been a standard for my entire life. I'm a very analytical person. I'm a very self-critical person. I need to find places where I relent on that and be accepting of myself more. But we're taking steps. Taking steps, not looking for the grand leap towards the final goal. It'll take time. But yeah, who's live that we can go say hi to? Might have some lovely folks that are live. Oh, instead of doing some Klonoa art. Gam is doing some more editing. Dither's doing an art. But we also got a Myths. We also got a Myths doing some Transistor, which is a fantastic game. So let's go say hi to Myths. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Apologies that I keep doing apologies. I know you're all very, very understanding of how this run can be. Wait, what is misending? Did Myths change their name? No, I did it right. No, it's Myths and Legends. Myths and Legends. That's right. And wait, it's Legend singular? Shit, you are right. You were wrong on the first one, but you were right on the second one. I appreciate you pointing that out, though. Otherwise, we would have rated someone else. And who knows who they are? They're the person with multiple legends instead of just one. But yeah, again, thank you so much everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll be back this weekend. Doing, I don't know what. It'll either be a shiny hunt or maybe we'll just mess around in Arceus and just talk about the game up till the point that I'm at in the game. We'll see. And then maybe we'll do a run on Sunday. Another Yakuza Like a Dragon run on Sunday. Yeah, I want to get a run in recorded, a full run recorded with this new route, and without me having to explain it all. Without the stress of having to explain it all, I think it'll go much smoother. As well as it'll give some other people time to look at the run and maybe find some little optimizations as well. Liking it a lot. I'm liking Arceus a lot too. But yeah, let's go say hi to Myths. Have yourselves a wonderful night. I'll be back on the weekend. Saturday for Pokemans, Sunday for probably another speedrun. But goodbye. Eat some love and Myths. Goodbye. Goodbye.